Sir Julius Chan passes on. Call to improve birth registrations. And an appeal for Bushwara primary. A very good evening. This is National Emtv News. I'm Malinta Yopolo. Thank you for joining us. On the eve of the country's 50th anniversary, Papua New Guinea has lost the last man standing, Grand Chief Sir Julius Chan. According to his immediate family members, Sir Julius passed away at his home in Namatanai, New Island Province at 12:30 p.m. today.
This announcement was made by the Chans later this afternoon following the passing of their father. They said in a statement, and I quote, "It is with profound sadness and sorrow we announce the passing of our esteemed father and PNG's last man standing." The family said their father passed away peacefully this afternoon at his home at Mantinut Huris, surrounded by family and friends. The family thanked all those who have stood by him and those who have shared his legacy throughout his political life from pre-independence to the time of his passing. 85 years old, Sir Julius was a political icon transcending generations, and his legacy, no doubt, will remain forever in the pages of PNG's history books. New Island Province is at a standstill at the weight of these great loss. It is noted that the state and family preparations are underway for due procedures and protocol to farewell the last of our chief, who played a critical role as an architect of the nation. More details on these are expected in the coming days. Samantha Solomon, National Emtv News.
In a step towards improving birth registration access for families across Papua New Guinea, the PNG Civil and Identity Registry presented the first batch issuance of 160 birth certificates. This took place at the newly established Under 5 Birth Registration Office at Port Moresby General Hospital.
Enabled through the partnership between the PNG Civil and Identity Registry, UNICEF, and the Port Moresby General Hospital, it was highlighted that a birth certificate was more than just a piece of paper.
It is a fundamental right that unlocks a child's access to essential services like healthcare, education, and social protection. Yet, too many children in Papua New Guinea remain invisible, deprived of the opportunities they deserve simply because they are not officially recognized.
The Under 5 Registration Office, located at the Port Moresby General Hospital, was set up in August 2024 to help streamline the birth registration process for children born in the hospital.
And I'm glad to say that the team has done remarkably well considering the challenges to register close to 400 beds.
Dr. Sobi said that this is just a start, however, as the General Hospital notes births up to 1,500.
We'd like to see that by the end of this year, we are registering nearly all the beds that are happening here at POMG. That is our target. It's a huge task, but we need to strive and aim to achieve that target by the end of this year.
Since the office's inception, birth registrations began in September 2024, and this week, 164 birth certificates are officially ready for issuance. The initiative is an important part of the effort to increase birth registration rates in Papua New Guinea, where less than 15% of births in hospitals are officially registered, and even fewer outside of health facilities. Natasha Ovoy, National Emtv News.
Meanwhile, the Acting General Registrar for PNG Civil and Identity Registry, Salome Bogosia, reiterated on the importance of having a reliable national database.
Bogosia highlighted the main function of the PNG Civil and Identity Registry.
Birth registration, death registration, all the Vital events registrations are the core functions of civil and identity registry. The NID project is a special case project that's just targeting the adult population of the country, but our core function remains, and that is birth registration.
Alluding to the Under 5 Birth Registration Office initiative, Bogosi has said that in addition to Port Moresby General Hospital, this program is expanding to hospitals across the country, with plans to reach more provinces in the near future. She said hospitals in the country had birth registration systems in place before independence.
Where hospitals facilitated registration of new beds to the nearest civil registry office. After independence, that process has died out, and we are revitalizing this process now with the support of UNICEF. And we are grateful that Port Moresby General Hospital has come on board to support us. I want to call out to other CEOs in the other hospitals to come on board, support this initiative. Let's build the necessary systems and processes.
Natasha Ovoy, National, Emtv News.
Ijivitari District Development Authority, Northern Province, recently passed its budget of 43 million kina.
Local MP and Vice Minister for Finance David Arora said under the district's expenditure budget layout for the 2025 fiscal year under DSIP program, law and order has been allocated 1 million kina, education sector 1 million kina, agriculture sector is allocated 1 million kina, transport 1 million kina, building of market facilities in Afore and Tufi 1 million kina, building of Ijivitari District Business Center 1 million kina, media engagement 500,000 kina, rural electrification program 1 million kina, Ijivitari business arm 1 million kina, governance restructuring 500,000 kina for administration. That equates the DSIP funding of 10 million kina. He said through the PIP funding, law and order had an additional allocation of 1 million kina, education sector was allocated another 2 million kina, office complex for the new Ijivitari district headquarters in Afore was allocated 2.5 million kina, and housing for public servants was allocated 5 million kina. James Guken, National Emtv News.
The eviction at Bushwara in July 2024 have displayed 250 students of AOG Bushwara Primary School. The school chairman is now appealing to other schools in the nation's capital to accept its students with their open transfers. AOG Bushwara Primary School caters for elementary to grade 6 students. The school started in 2016, however, the eviction in July 16, 2024 has now left 250 students displaced in second and third term of 2024 academic year.
I'm all gonna beginning we give him open transfer long all gonna elementary colon grade 6. All must call any schools long at master all board all staff. Please me like him all must put him through all grade slapini in my school. Future long education long big plus samdina. Big plan destroy come all pinini all sumaten milugatim long 250 sumaten plumi. All straight long tablo NCDC. Throughout the Fabuni one club all pinini look him all letter me give him Bushwara AOG primary school go. Please me like him all he must put him all this all pinini ogama school.
The chairman said he established the school with his own resources in line with the government's plan on churches working together with the government.
Make at 8 teachers for me, make at library, make at school, 8 classroom, make at 4 house for teachers, make a library, make at office, make at housing, make at big sets. Migla house pasta, me put him this la school inside the organization Blumilo. Maybe I can look at him all people long government law school beginning long Mr. Banini long says Amila Ronimum 2050 a plane blow somewhere in government time only put him 2015 government one time mission by work boom and them this la plane and me come up in this la school.
The pioneer students of AOG Bushwara Primary School will be doing their grade 10 this year. National MTV News continues after the break. Stay with us.
Start your day the smart way with the new Smart Start Breakfast Biscuit. Whether you are busy or on a budget, Smart Start Breakfast Biscuits gives you a healthy and affordable breakfast to set you up for school or play. Smart Start Breakfast Biscuits are fortified with essential vitamins for body or brain health. They contain vitamin A for healthy growth and development, vitamin B6 for healthy metabolism, immune system and brain development, and vitamin B12 for nerve and cell health. Proudly made by Paradise Foods.
Hi, I'm Chef Jules Chan, and this is where my true inspiration for cooking started. Like most of us, I learned to cook from my mum. Nothing beats simple recipes where fresh local produce is at the heart, especially when it's a home-cooked meal, prepared and shared with the ones you love. And in PNG, no meal is complete without rice. And my choice is always True Guy. True Guy, true inspiration through generations.
Remember the joy of playing with your toys as a child? At Morning Plus, we believe that every small business deserves a chance to build and grow. That's why we offer asset financing.
Now chance to building something new, to see a different point of view. With Morning Plus we're ready to go.
Bipla Halivim Wari Belong You.
At IPI Catering, we understand the intricacies of the environments in which we work, providing innovative, fresh and creative catering solutions. Our experience and commitment is a winning combination, delivering great food anywhere and anytime. IPI Catering, part of the IPI group of companies.
Speaker made a decision for the motion of vote of no confidence.
Someone was not serious in the most serious transaction of Parliament.
2024 was a year marked by many significant events, no doubt urged into PNG's history. Join us as we take a look at some of these defining events.
From the catastrophic event of Black Wednesday and to the devastating Mulitaka landslide.
Provincial Disaster Committee declaring mass burial sites.
To the historical papal visit by Pope Francis, to the announcement of PNG's successful bid to enter the NRL.
Join us on Sunday, February 2nd in the year in review for 2024, right here on your number one to watch MTV.
You're watching National MTV News. The new automatic system introduced by NESFund last year aims to provide better infrastructure and security to better improve the services for its members. This was clarified by Chief Executive Officer Franz Kut following the failed uploading process on contributions.
NCSL CEO Mr. Kut apologized to NCSL members following the issue of contributions not being uploaded for the past 3 months when the new automatic system was introduced.
The functions are really simple.
He said NCSL will not charge any interest on unpaid loan balances and will not charge a late fee on delayed loan repayment for the past 3 months as it is not their customers' fault. He said another program will be carried out to sort out this cost on interest charges.
Savings is important because they have to pay school fees, right? And in December they wanted to probably buy some presents for their families, and that didn't go well because they couldn't have access to their savings, right? And then beside that, we are receiving questions about the late charges on the loans, because if someone doesn't pay a loan on time, we charge late charges, which is every financial institution is doing that. Also, we are doing this, but we don't do this during, or for the months October, November, and December, right? Because we realize that our members cannot help this, right? It's not their fault. So whatever we have charged so far, because that's done automatically by the system, we will waive this. So there will be another program starting to waive these costs.
The Chief Member Services Officer, Maranuf Thataeng, said the new system provides better infrastructure and security to better improve these services and to avoid long queues.
With the new system, it provides us that better infrastructure and security as well to better improve the service for our members going forward. Hence, this transformation that we're going through. And it's a journey that we are asking our members to come with us. It's not only for now, but into the future.
He encouraged customers to go to the 22 branches for help.
But lo this la time, you work all workman Mary work lo trying best lo clearing all this la backlog na updating payroll blow you blow 1-1. So this la assurance you lagi mo get a member blow NCSL. Suppose you go worry. You got really confusion or you see new pla app ya my NCSL or employer blue you got worry want them your NCSL app. You can go inside of branch plumipla. I'm 22 branches across the country. Go look him all workman Mary. I'm already lo service him you help him you lo branches. New pla app so all line you know got heavy want them you got heavy want them understanding or navigating through the app. You can go look him all workman Mary and all can assist him you. OSMCO I talk finish any penalty where system is charge him in a wrong blow you by NCSL by rouse him this law. So no can worry. Money blow him stop safe on the NCSL.
Estagane, National Emtv News.
Women's Microbank or Mama Bank is looking at attracting more customers in the rural communities while helping small business owners.
CEO for Women's Microbank, Gunanidi Das, told MTV yesterday that the bank prioritizes small business owners, especially the ones in rural Papua New Guinea.
To see that, they don't have any documentation too much, they don't have any credit history, they don't have capital, they don't have collateral to give, but they need small money to go to their entrepreneurship so that they can have the first stepping stone to ensure that they can go to the real SME in the long run. So microfinance is a very useful word, I can say, for the informal sector.
Mr. Das said one of their strategies to reach the rural population was through Memorandum of Understanding that the bank had signed with a number of provincial governments and district development authorities across the country.
At the same time, the government having the vision of 500,000 local SME by 2030, how Mama Bank can also bring the some step towards that to achieve that goal. And that's why actually we are partnering with DDAs, we are partnering with the provincial government, we are partnering with development partners to bring, because it is very much too much work to be done to ensure that the microfinance is actually working in this country.
He further said, though the bank is primarily focused on women, there are services also inclusive for men.
We are focusing with the mamas, but it's not strictly to the mamas. We are open to mamas and papas, but we always look at the inclusiveness. We don't discriminate, but at the same time, we always focus on the women of the country.
Pakatambua, National Emtv News.
Prime Minister James Marape met with U.S. Ambassador to Papua New Guinea, Her Excellency Anne-Marie Yastishok, this week. The meeting highlighted critical areas of cooperation, including security, environmental policy, economic growth, and regional stability.
Prime Minister Marape and Ambassador Julius Chan reaffirmed their mutual commitment to strengthening diplomatic ties as both countries prepare to celebrate 50 years of bilateral elections this year. The leaders reflected on the US-PNG Defense Cooperation Agreement, or DCA, signed in 2023. Ambassador Julius Chan assured the Prime Minister that the agreement enjoys strong support in Washington and will remain a cornerstone of the US-PNG relationship. Prime Minister Marape expressed his gratitude for the DCA and its role in ensuring regional security. He said his agreement is not just about defense, it is about strengthening PNG's role as a key strategic partner in the Indo-Pacific. Prime Minister Marape also highlighted PNG's leadership in climate initiatives within the Pacific. The discussion also addressed economic development, with both leaders agreeing on the importance of increasing U.S. investment in PNG. Esther Gane, National Emtv News.
The newly renovated prosecution office at Boroko Police Station, funded by the Australian Federal Police through the PNG APP program, was officially opened recently.
The opening ceremony was led by Acting Assistant Commissioner of Police Benjamin Turi, with representatives from Australian Federal Police and senior officers present. The renovations, funded by the Australian Federal Police through the PNG APP program, included improvements to the prosecution office, Boroko Metro Cell, and the Communications Centre. Commander Turi thanked the AFP for their ongoing contributions to the Royal Papua New Guinea Constabulary and emphasized the importance of maintaining the new infrastructure. Detective Superintendent Conrad Jensen from the PNG APP program noted that the renovated office would better serve the people of Papua New Guinea. Chief Inspector Binwali Boas, officer in charge of NCD prosecution, expressed gratitude for the renovation, which will allow prosecutors to move back to Boroko after working from Marauta House since last year. The office is now ready for use by the prosecution team starting next week. James Guken, National Emtv News.
5 cadet trainees at the National Center of Excellence Police College, Bomena, have been dismissed for drunk and disorderly behavior.
Police Commissioner David Manning announced the dismissal, emphasizing that new recruits and officer cadets must maintain high standards. He stated that the government and our international partners have invested greatly in training these cadets, and they have let us down. He stressed that the Royal Papua New Guinea Constabulary expects professionalism from all its members, starting from the very first day of training. Manning expressed concern that the actions of a few cadets had negatively impacted the entire training batch, while the majority had shown dedication and professionalism. He highlighted that the RPNGC is focused on building a modern and disciplined police force. Police Commissioner also reminded recruits of the benefits of a career in the RPNGC, including competitive pay, housing, and health insurance. However, he made it clear that such behaviors would not be tolerated. The Commissioner added that Papua New Guineans are tired of inappropriate police conduct and will not accept it. He stated that the strict procedures followed by the RPNGC led to the cadets' dismissal, ensuring the force remains professional and accountable. James Guken, National Emtv News.
Southern Highlands Provincial Member William Powie announced a provincial budget of 641 million kina, with 281 million kina sourced from the national government. The budget focuses on infrastructural development in Mendi Town, with significant allocations for the law and justice sector, education, and the coffee industry.
At the inaugural meeting for 2025 held at the newly refurbished Mendi Plaza, Southern Highlands Provincial Member William Powie announced a substantial provincial budget of 641 million kina. POI revealed that 281 million kina was appropriated by the national government, providing a solid foundation for the province development.
Only appropriating the national budget, I'm only putting 281 million 885.8. And the national government budget book. Inside of this plan, you play 11 LLG, 20 LLGs. You have almost 6.23, 1.9 million long 11 LLG funds by Kambangan, LLG grants. That's coming out from the 281 million.
The budget primarily focuses on infrastructural development, aiming to transform Mendi town. A significant portion is also allocated to the law and justice sector. For tertiary students in PNG, 3 million kina has been set aside, with an additional 2 million kina specifically for those studying at Parul University in India to assist with visa applications and other necessary requirements. Furthermore, 1 million kina is allocated for the school rugby league. POI highlighted the budget for the coffee industry, indicating that 2 million will be directed towards coffee incentives and 5 million for the distribution of coffee seeds.
But that is the coffee factory in Totolongan. Nimba putting the kapena lo place lo Kevin Pruno. I think it's more safer to put this coffee factory there than we like working long. Mangani Magar, I gave 16 million and nothing is happening in here. You put in on Nala Hapnumbaya and can politics na can roadblock by come up so Nimba retire in Kevin Pruno one time factory lo place longan he will take leave. Nimba talking lo you look out in this lo factory, tap close to lo Hagen where all the coffee seats from over have by come. I think it's more safer, more peaceful. Now we build that, it will cost me 15 million to build this coffee factory.
The provincial member announced the 20 million kina funding allocated for housing for public servants. The provincial member also announced a partnership between the provincial government and the District Development Authority, along with the district MPs.
10 million DDA partnership, 5 million paid district. For last year, I think most of the districts you play kisim, free money, but me really see money come long. One district and 5 million canals.
Overall, the budget captured significant investments in the education sector and road infrastructure development. Sharon Engnui, National Emtv News, Mendi.
Now we take a look at the market reports. The kina closed unchanged at $0.2494 in the interbank market. At Bank South Pacific, your kina was buying $0.2419, $0.3859 Australian dollars, $0.2248 euro, 37.25 Japanese yen. Looking at commodity prices, at New York close, gold is trading lower, coffee closed higher, cocoa closed higher, copper closed unchanged, palm oil closed unchanged, crude oil is trading lower, and copper closed lower. And on the stock market, the Dow Jones closed lower, the ASX 200 is trading higher, and the All Ordinaries is trading lower. National Emtv News continues after the break. Stay with us.
Meet the bank for everyone, everywhere. As People's Microbank, we were proud to be a bank for the people. Now as National Banking Corporation, we are bringing modern banking to all in Papua New Guinea. With more branches and our friendly staff ready to assist you in more places, we are making money matters simple and fair. So wherever you are, however you say it, say hello better banking. Learn more at nbcpng.com.pg.
Hi, I'm Chef Jules Chan, and this is where my true inspiration for cooking started. Like most of us, I learned to cook from my mum. Nothing beats simple recipes where fresh local produce is at the heart, especially when it's a home-cooked meal, prepared and shared with the ones you love. And in PNG, no meal is complete without rice. And my choice is always True Guy. True Guy, true inspiration through generations.
Life is filled with unexpected twists and turns, but as a public servant, your health, life, and family security matters most. Introducing the Public Service New Care Association, PSNA. New care for a better life in Medicare, funeral benefits, and guaranteed financial security. With PSNA, you receive quality Medicare services and immediate payment coverage using our smart card. Our care goes beyond financial assistance towards funeral expenses. Join the Public Service New Care Association today and experience the benefits that matter most. We are here for you today and tomorrow. PSNA. New care for a better life.
Return in February. Cooking over fire. From the garden.
Hi, I'm Martha. Come February, join me on a food spree on a new season of Kite Time.
Kite Time returns February 5th on your number one to watch, Emtv.
You're watching National Emtv News. The Morobe Provincial Administration, under its scholarship program, has called on unlisted institutions to provide annual acquittals of funds back to the administration after the academic year.
All 45 institutions under the Gerson Solulu Scholarship Scheme have been urged to report back to the Morobe Provincial Administration after the end of each academic year with proper documentation of how funds have been spent. Scholarship coordinator said an audit will be conducted to track excess funds.
Not all institutions are acquitting the funds that we give them. So there is a need, urgent need for the audit to go down for that purpose, or in the event that we do pay, the audit follows the payment, so we get those update fees. Our fear is, over the years, there's been so much excess funds hitting those accounts, and they are utilized in different other ways apart from our students' needs.
He said the auditing process will allow for check and balance both within the administration and institutions and ensure maximum benefits for Morobe students. According to records, the only institution to have provided acquittals last year was the PNG Maritime College in Medang, which revealed a total of 90,000 kina in excess funds. Provincial Administrator Max Bruton commended the college's transparency with the matter and urged other institutions to do the same. Meanwhile, a further call was made to the institutions to allow students under the scholarship program to register.
Often we've experienced over the past years that our students have been waiting to be registered. I think they should not be doing that. They should be allowed to register. And that's basically what we expect them to do now. They should not be waiting for the government, the Morobe government, to pay the school fees so that they go in. Because of the fact that Morobe provincial government has existed over 25 years now. Every institution, the 45 institutions, they can have that confidence. And because we presume that they may have those excess money, the students should not be denied access to registration. And this year must be a change, and that's our appeal to the to all these institutions. The students from Morobe must be registered on time.
Jessica Nui, National MTV News, Leh.
Transparency International PNG has called for local level government elections to be timely and also predicts the worst for the 2027 national elections.
Speaking during an awareness session hosted by Credit Bank in Port Moresby yesterday, CEO for TI-PNG, Arian Cashman, highlighted issues surrounding LLG elections. LLG election was supposed to be held soon after the 2022 national elections. LLG election was supposed to be held soon after the 2022 national elections, but was deferred numerous times before the latest date set for April 24 this year for the issue of writs. Ms. Cashman also reflected on 2022 national elections, labeling it as a failed election, highlighting the lack of any real action to address it. TI-PNG has observed the election processes over the last 2 decades and have concluded that the management and conduct of it was severely flawed. Meanwhile, Ms. Cashman further highlighted TI-PNG's ongoing efforts to raise awareness and advocate for anti-corruption measures across the country.
So what we're seeing is this continuous trend of no one being held accountable, everything sort of disappearing quickly, and what we need is people to be actively speaking out about it. So TI-PNG is trying, we work with 26 agencies to look at the how they were operating. So what are the current legislation, what's the role in the legislation, what does it say, but what's the practice every day. So we put this report together with the feedback, with their answers, their responses.
Pakatambua, National MTV News.
Prime Minister James Marape urged politicians to remain in the yards of politics and do what is expected of them.
Back into cabinet, I want to offer counsel to the country that allow politics to remain in the yards of politicians. And the country must leave for work and do what you have to do instead of engage in so much commentaries and so much engagements that will do nothing to prosper the country except holding back and spinning negativities.
Prime Minister Marape stated that he will meet with the Deputy Prime Minister and the departmental heads to conduct a review on the performance of the ministers. He said he will assist their performance, what they have done and how much they have delivered to the people.
All ministers and all department heads going through expectations of the country. We have issued KRS to all ministers. We expect performance. We have issued key performance indicators to all department heads. We expect performance. We're not here passing time to be in government. My government, the Marape Rosso government, the Pangu government is 6 years old. We expect delivery on outcomes.
Prime Minister Marape said within the next 2 weeks, the review will be conducted. Once the review is completed, he will restructure the government, which will be based entirely on the minister's performance.
We have delivered thus for the last 6 years. Then after that assessment, I will then restructure government to take us through the half of this term so that we deliver on what is expected of our people, and that is better service delivery as our people expect.
National MTV News.
Trainers at the Samara Institute of Leadership and Governance are undergoing a week-long training led by a lecturer from the University of Queensland. SILAG CEO Michael Barber said this is a step forward for the institute on its way to being a university.
The training focuses on capacity building and training the trainers to level up to a university level.
Facilitated by the University of Queensland. 1 week workshop is about giving capacity to the staff members here, who are trainers as well as the administration staff, knowing more about how to become a university. Or they are telling us what we should do as a university. So It's very, very important and valuable information that we are getting.
The Chief Executive Officer for SILAG, Michael Barobe, said SILAG is going to be a university, mainly for the public service.
Really learning, our team are here learning well, because SILAG by 2027, government through MTV4 has been marked to be one of the special universities, especially for public service. So we have got some key milestones to be achieved. One of them is the staff capacity. We'll be sending our staff here to do a PhD programs, master's programs, so that when they return, they'll be part of this institution or this university to run this university.
He thanked the Australian government for the support towards SILAG and said they are looking forward to affiliate with the University of Queensland once SILAG turns into a university. A professor for inclusive education at the University of Queensland, Rhonda Fragher, elaborated on the type of training they are carrying out.
Part is around inclusion and recognising how we can support all learners, and that's a really important part of helping the public service to be an inclusive body of really experienced people. Beyond that, there are important learnings that UQ does have around what's needed in terms of governance and policy and how core structures need to work.
She said they are impressed with the participants and the anticipation they have towards the training.
Really important to acknowledge that it's not one way. So it's not that we're here giving the training. We're learning as much by collaborating. And I think that's one of the marks of a university, is that we aren't happy with just what we already do. We're always thinking about how we can do things differently and how we can improve what we do, and we do that by collaborating. So while we're very grateful to have this opportunity to share some of the things that we've learned along the way, we're also very grateful that we're learning from these wonderful people here who are so curious and so excited about this really, I think, groundbreaking development for the institution.
Barobe further said they have engaged with other stakeholders. However, this workshop is more focused on working towards being a university. The training will go on for a week. Samantha Solomon, National Emtv News.
As the academic year resumes for students around the nation, Theodist has come on board to support 100 students from the nation's capital with back-to-school packs.
In response to challenges faced by many parents to send their kids to school, Theodist has reached out to the unfortunate children in the settlement areas in Port Moresby to issue 100 back-to-school packs to them. This initiative was part of Theodist's limited vision to support the communities they operate in. Chief Executive Officer for Theodist Limited, Kumar Balia, said the company have extended their support to assist the families to get their children supplied in these tough times. He said this was to ensure underprivileged children are well prepared for the upcoming 2025 academic year. Mr. Balia explained also the importance of providing children with educational materials as they are the future of this country. The company's effort aimed to make this back-to-school season a little brighter for children and schools, with the goal of ensuring that all children are equipped with success in years ahead. Samantha Solomon, National Emtv News.
National Emtv News continues after the break with Rukai Sports. Stay with us.
They're gold nuggets. There's a flavor for everyone. The best tasting snack. Get a burst of gold nuggets. Cheese flavor.
Mega wow.
Chicken flavor.
Mega wow.
Cheese onion flavor.
Mega wow.
Barbecue flavor. Mega wow.
When you're on the go. One more. One more.
Get that burst of gold nuggets flavor.
Mega wow.
Every day, 180 million liters of water pumps into Port Moresby.
Every day, its journey to your household tap is made safe at this water treatment plant. Every day, raw water is filtered, disinfected and purified so that you and your loved ones have access to clean, usable water. For 65 years, our water treatment technology has been hard at work, but now it needs to hit pause. Port Moresby's population has increased 500% since the treatment plant was built, putting enormous pressure on the water supply network. We need to hit pause so that the filtering equipment can be repaired, maintained, upgraded, so that the water you use and consume continues to be safe. In January, US-PNG announces water rationing in Port Moresby. Yes, this is inconvenient, but safety comes first, a temporary discomfort for an investment in the future. We are upgrading for cleaner, safer water for all. Support us in this period by planning, rationing and conserving water. For more information, visit our Facebook page.
Hi, I'm Chef Julius Chan, and this is where my true inspiration for cooking started. Like most of us, I learned to cook from my mum. Nothing beats simple recipes where fresh local produce is at the heart, especially when it's a home-cooked meal, prepared and shared with the ones you love. And in PNG, no meal is complete without rice. And my choice is always True Guy. True Guy, true inspiration through generations.
Get ready for the return of Autonome in 2025, bringing to you fresh ideas and expert tips for enhancing your home and lifestyle. We're back exploring the outdoors on Out and About, staying active with health and fitness, caring for your furry friend on pet care, and so much more. Autonome returning with a new season, February 2025, on your number one to watch, Emtv.
Trukai Sports.
Welcome to Trukai Sports. Netball PNG Federation has announced the PNG Peppers national team for the Pacific All Sports Netball Series to be held in Brisbane, Australia from the 17th to the 22nd February. The squad comprises of 5 shooters, 5 mid-courters and 5 defenders, a total of 15 members. After a good challenging competition against the Cook Islands in the 4th South Pacific Dart Championship, PNG Dart men's team has brought home the gold medal.
Efforts of Team PNG.
Despite the limited resources and training opportunities, the players gave a good challenge against the Cook Islands.
Competitive. There were some very good players from other countries, but I think all in all, our players were too good. I think I can say that, even though without adequate resources and training opportunities, and we're crowned as the champions in the men's division, beating out Cook Islands score of 6-5. Our ladies, unfortunately, did not do well. I think they were in 6th place for the female division in the competition in Suva.
Mr. Kilepak, who was recently appointed as Vice President of the Championships, highlighted some of the areas of improvements.
More consistent trainings, more consistent exposure to challenge other top players from other countries. We need a more coordinated national event processes within the country.
The association president also highlighted the achievements and the significance of the competition.
Our team went over with no major sponsors, and a lot of things had to come out of their own pockets to do so. And I think it is up to us now to put our heads together as presidents in the country to see how we can better make that, how we can make it better, not only just for our representative teams that are going overseas.
They are now looking forward for the competition in South Korea. Jonathan Sibona, Trukai Sports.
After being inspired by her uncles, 13-year-old Sarah Pepena received a certificate for participating in the 4th South Pacific Dart competition in Suva, Fiji.
Pepena, who is a mixed parentage from Central and Milne Bay Province, was among other 3 women who represented the country earlier this year. Pepena started playing darts at the age of 5 without knowing that one day she would represent the country in the national dart competition. Pepena shared some of her experiences, saying that being a young girl playing in the national competition was scary at first, but got used to it.
It was really great, and there were some other youths too, so yeah. Found it it was amazing. But it was actually nerve-wracking when time to go and play. But I controlled it. At first it was scary, but then I guess I got used to playing with them.
When she was 10 years old, she participated in the NCD competition where she won the 2023 championship. She is currently in grade 5 at Ijivitari Primary School in Port Moresby.
Hard, most of the times, my friends call me to go and play, and I really want to go and play, but then I can't play because my parents tell me I have to study and then I have to train. So yeah, sometimes, most of the times I don't go and play, go out with my friends. I don't play with them. Yeah.
Jonathan Sibona, Trukai Sports.
With the academic year resuming this week, the 2024 to 2025 Rosso Cup Challenge held throughout Lae City ends.
The annual festive season, Rosso Cup tournaments hosted in selected number of suburbs, covering all 6 wards of Lae City for more than 5 years, now comes to an end, as well welcoming the academic year for many. While many left for holidays, returning just about now or a week earlier, the homestayers in Lae City were kept busy and occupied over the festive period. Into the new year, engaged one way or the other in sporting activities over the weekends. Looking back, the Rosso Cup, an initiative of Minister John Rosso, starting from 4 Mile to 1 Mile, to Lae Hockey Field, and to Bumbu reaching Huonville, to Bumayong, to then Tent City, the Rosso Cup echoes. It's been the added avenue for Lae City residents to unite every weekend and provide their talents in selected codes of volleyball for the women and rugby touch for the men. For a period of a little over 4 weekends, the Rosso Cup tournaments for 2024 to 2025 has been summed up pretty well, drawing in an average of 20 teams in each category of the respective challenges. At the East Taraka Rosso Cup Challenge over the weekend, Last Commission was crowned the Men Touch Rugby 9's champion, defeating Girex, with the women volleyball SAW Gaifa victorious over Rebels. Rosso Cup East Taraka coordinator Raymond Kotabu says overall the tournament was awesome, just like previous years. He said this initiative has surely curbed down greatly on some society issues and promoting a healthy lifestyle for many in the communities. Claire Mauta, Trukai Sports.
Trukai Sports continues after the break. Stay with us.
Trukai Sports.
Share the love with Gala Ice Cream, Gala Cone Ice Creams, Gala Stick Ice Creams, and Gala Classic Tub Ice Creams. Happiness begins with the Gala range of fun flavors which create taste adventures and excitement with every bite. Treat yourself. Share with a friend while chilling. The whole family will enjoy. Everyone has their favorite. Which one is yours? Share the love with Gala Ice Creams. Gala, Gala, yum.
Meet the bank for everyone, everywhere. As People's Microbank, we were proud to be a bank for the people. Now as National Banking Corporation, we are bringing modern banking to all in Papua New Guinea. With more branches and our friendly staff ready to assist you in more places, we are making money matters simple and fair. So wherever you are, however you say it, say hello better banking. Learn more at nbcpng.com.pg.
At IPI Catering, we understand the intricacies of the environments in which we work. providing innovative, fresh and creative catering solutions. Our experience and commitment is a winning combination, delivering great food anywhere and anytime. IPI Catering, part of the IPI group of companies.
Dreaming more than the life we know. There is more to what the future holds. You may hold him and walk one time. Oh, 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 oh. We dare to believe in incredible things. Oh, 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 oh. With money plus we're ready to go.
It's becoming increasingly more important to deal with money laundering and countering terrorist financing.
Join us Monday night at 7 as we feature discussions on the practice of money laundering.
Areas involving politically exposed persons, reporting of suspicious transactions, DNFPB's record keeping and customer diligence all need to be improved.
That's on Monday night.
Hi, I'm Chef Julius Chan, and this is where my true inspiration for cooking started. Like most of us, I learned to cook from my mum. Nothing beats simple recipes where fresh local produce is at the heart, especially when it's a home-cooked meal, prepared and shared with the ones you love. And in PNG, no meal is complete without rice. And my choice is always True Guy. True Guy, true inspiration through generations.
You're watching Chukai Sports. Women Conference Soccer League quarter-final is set with 6 teams confirming their places for the playoffs tomorrow.
Competitions manager Paul Isorua confirmed the 6 teams from the 3 conferences. The Highlands, the Northern and Southern have been decided, while the NGI Eastern Conference is yet to complete its matches. In the Southern Conference, the runaway leader Hekare United and the second place Allies FC will play in the quarterfinals. Ley City Dwellers FC was the clear leader of the Northern Conference with 24 points, while FC Morobe Wawens, fighting for survival with 18 points, will play each other to determine the winner. The winner will represent the Northern Conference for a spot in the semi-final. In the Highlands Conference, Wabeg Momas will play against Goroka FC in the quarterfinals. The quarterfinal will see a one-off match and the winner advances to the semi-final while the loser bows out. Jonathan Sibona, Trukai Sports.
That ends Trukai Sports. The Money Plus weather report is next. Stay with us.
Trukai Sports. Trukai Sports.
Hi, I'm Chef Julius Chan, and this is where my true inspiration for cooking started. Like most of us, I learned to cook from my mum. Nothing beats simple recipes where fresh local produce is at the heart, especially when it's a home-cooked meal, prepared and shared with the ones you love. And in PNG, no meal is complete without rice. And my choice is always True Guy. True Guy, true inspiration through generations.
Life is filled with unexpected twists and turns. But as a public servant, your health, life, and family security matters most. Introducing the Public Service New Care Association, PSNA. New care for a better life in Medicare, funeral benefits, and guaranteed financial security. With PSNA, you receive quality Medicare services and immediate payment coverage using our smart card. Our care goes beyond financial assistance towards funeral expenses. Join the Public Service New Care Association today and experience the benefits that matter most. We are here for you today and tomorrow. PSNA. New care for a better life.
Start your day the smart way with the new Smart Start Breakfast Biscuit. Whether you are busy or on a budget, Smart Start Breakfast Biscuits gives you a healthy and affordable breakfast to set you up for school or play. Smart Start Breakfast Biscuits are fortified with essential vitamins for body or brain health. They contain vitamin A for healthy growth and development, vitamin B6 for healthy metabolism, immune system and brain development, and vitamin B12 for nerve and cell health. Proudly made by Paradise Foods.
Sports Scene returns in February 2025. Highlighting our local sports developments across the nation.
All eyes are on Papua. How an NRL team based here.
Revisiting our legendary athletes.
Hi, this is David Mead.
Trending athletes. And our talented rising stars.
Hi, my name's Gemma Schnobel.
And then all the younger ones will follow.
Join me in February for Sports Scene, only on your #1 to watch, MTV.
Dreaming for more than the life we've known. There is more to what the future holds. You me holy man, no walk one time. Oh, 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 oh. We dare to believe in incredible things. Oh, 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 oh. With money plus we're ready to go.
This weather update is proudly brought to you by Money Plus, with you always.
The Money Plus weather report for the next 24 hours. In the southern region, Port Moresby City, partly cloudy with afternoon rain showers and thunderstorms. And Popondetta, sunny morning to partly cloudy afternoon with evening and night showers.
The weather update was proudly brought to you by Money Plus, with you always.
And that wraps up the news, sports and weather for Thursday, the 30th of January, 2025. From all of us here, pleasant viewing and good night.
This news program was proudly brought to you by Smart Start Breakfast Biscuits and Gold Nuggets.
It's